What was that? I went to the WrestleMania over here in Houston. Whenever Undertaker
25.
Undertaker with fought yeah with the last one that was in Houston. Come on now.
The greatest one ever.
Um,
The greatest match ever.
when he fought Undertaker fought
HBK.
Heartbreak Kid. Yeah. Okay, listen. So I'm there, and I remember I'm we had to been at least good 20 rows up from the main, the bottom, whatnot.
Yeah, the middle.
Anyway, I went with Big E. His little niece came with, and I wanted to go down. She wanted to go down there too. We walked all the way down to the floor, where the fold out seats are at. Your collectibles are at.
Yeah, yeah.
So we go down there, and then we're watching I don't forgot what match it was, but we were just closer, and she was like all excited. She seen that little dude wasn't even famous, bro. That fucking handler for the Great Khali. Remember that stupid little jab
Yeah,
food?
yeah.
I don't even know his fucking name. He wasn't even worth a shit. But she seen him, right? And she was like, "Hey," and she tried to talk to me, and he goes like this. He goes like this. He goes, "Ma, I'm watching a match. Like, leave me alone." Okay, okay. As soon as that match was over, he tried to come over there, and I said, "Don't even look at this motherfucker. Fuck this motherfucker." You go back up there. Look, we go back up there, right? And then the next match starts. We come back down, and then he comes over there. As soon as we came down there, he come over there. Hey, does she still want that autograph? I said, I don't know, baby. Do you want that autograph? She goes, yeah. I said, okay. Like, dude, you're not even that fucking
Yeah. Nah.
important, dude. But they want to act like that. That's so. Sandy Alomar Jr. being over there in Chicago, Colorado with y'all, and getting that autograph, that was badass. That was really badass. And I'm glad I still have that. But I didn't know that boy was ugly like that with you, Elway. Fuck that motherfucker, dude.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, it was we were kids, man. It was like,
Yeah,
damn, dude,
I
like
remember we waited for people to not be around them. We're like, yeah,
and
we're
that
not
and
gonna bother them. We're
and,
gonna
and,
wait till
and,
later.
and that not to cut you off, but I'm trying to iterate. That's why I got mad that he was doing that. That was a little girl. I didn't ask you for no shit. The little girl asked you. But yeah, like what being ugly. That's the little kids. Like that's
Yeah, and I'm
it,
sure he
it
don't get
makes you
asked a lot for that.
and it makes you think like or understand when they say don't ever meet your heroes.
Yeah, because you
yeah,
never know.
and living in Colorado, like man, we weren't wearing Cowboys gear or even Broncos gear, but still, like he didn't know if we were Broncos fans,
People,
and for
people,
him,
because people dude, if you're a shitty person, you're just a shitty person.
yeah,
Yeah,
it, you know, who was one of the coolest people I met, uh, like that was a celebrity was Chris Berman. Uh,
Dude, I've
we
always loved Chris Berman. That dude is my childhood hero. Back. Oh, let's
yeah
go.
yeah
That's my boy.
we met him. I took the kids to the Super Bowl Fan Fest when the Super Bowl was here in Houston,
And he was
and
there.
he was at the Fan Fest, and so we were eating at like this restaurant, and like they had like some little stuff set up, so we were like just, and all of a sudden I saw Chris Berman. I saw this like SUV pull up, and I saw Chris Berman coming, like towards the side, and I was like, oh shit,
Yeah.
and I went over there, and I was like, hey Chris, nice to meet you. Like, can I get the a picture with you with the kids? And he was like, yeah, 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 come on, and like, dude, he was so cool. Like,
So you got a picture with the kids with them?
yeah,
Shut the fuck up. You have it on
yeah,
hand?
it's in my phone.
Send it.
yeah.
Yeah, it was
Got my number,
cool.
don't
I
you?
remember that pig
That's
And
too cool.
because
and
they were kind of young.
and
That's too fucking cool, man.
And
Yeah, you know what? You know what, dude? I used Chris Berman, uh, uh, uh,
Stuart Scott.
Stuart Scott. I have a special place in my heart for him. I was about to get to him, but I was about to say, what's his name? The one that fell off, the one that's fucking batshit crazy now. God damn it.
Oh, the
That,
dude that has his own show, political show.
no, he ain't got no show. He's podcast now because nobody wants to listen to stupid ass.
You know what I'm talking about though, right? His name is he's got like the slick back hair, the gray slick back hair, with glasses.
Yes, that dude's fucking fell off, man.
I forgot his name, but I can hear his voice right now.
He's nuts, man. Fucking nuts. I grabbed my
yeah, let me see if I can. Like, and it's funny too, because in the picture there's a guy that's standing there, and he's like, because he was like, oh man, I need to share this picture.
yeah, you need to.
I don't know if I can put it on this thing.
You can send it to me, and I think I could
Keith
screen
Oberman.
share it.
Keith Oberman.
Keith Oberman, you're right.
That fucking weird fuck. My boys was always goddamn Rich Eisen, Chris Fowler, Bilas, of course, the OGs, Berman, Dan Patrick. Come on, Bob Lee.
Oh, dude, you got Booker T.
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
So that was gonna. I was gonna
Stuart
say
Scott, that was my goddamn my childhood, bro. You know, we would sit there and listen to goddamn baseball tonight, and open up baseball card packs, man. Get we would all pitch in. Me, Enos, and Nick would pitch in. We get a pack of Don Russ, and we open it up and
Don Russ, boy.
split it up, right? Until we didn't have enough money to get no stadiums and shit like that, right? And we you know, and plus Don Russ had the bubble gums at the time, so we we get
Yeah.
those and split them by three, and then open them. You know how much like the excitement, again. This is before cell phones and internet and shit like that. The excitement, it was just unmatched. We can never go back to days like that. Never, never. It's crazy.
Nah, that's why you like. That's why when you see them kids out there doing them Pokemons at the shows and shit, you're just like, you know,
I
know
don't
what
hate
it
you.
is.
I don't hate you. I don't hate you for it, but I know exactly how you feel, kid.
Yeah,
I know exactly what y'all doing
I
right
know
now.
exactly what you're doing.
No, I
yeah.
know exactly what's going on right now. I know.
Chris, show him those pictures.
Yeah, I'm
You know what? I
sending
have a
them
picture.
to
I'm
the.
about to be out here in a minute after I feed these dogs. But I have Ken Griffey Jr., Ken Griffey, Reds, boys in a Reds outfit, and a Ken Griffey Jr. in his Seattle Mariners, right next to each other. Right? Y'all remember that, right?
Yeah.
And then y'all remember after he left Seattle, he went to go play 2 years
In the
with his
red.
dad in Seattle and Cincinnati, excuse me. So I have him and his daddy on the same card. Man, baseball cards, man.
Bar, you need to whoop them out because that's what we're gonna show you the
Oh,
eBay that we.
I'm about to show you. Man, I got a bow breaker. You know what a bow
See
breaker
that?
is. Huh? You know what a bow breaker is, huh?
Let me
You know what a bow
see
breaker is.
if y'all can see that.
Bo got that he's got the bat like this, and he's just breaking over his knee. That's his bow breaker. That man was so mad he break, and then I seen him break it over his shoulder too, over his back of the neck. Ah, bro, you know how much a beast you have to be to break a goddamn baseball bat over your wing?
That's
Yeah.
unbelievable.
So
Let's see, okay.
this Booker T picture was funny too, because he was cool, dude. Like, he was in a rut. Like, he was getting like he had to go. Like, there was somebody there with him, and they were like, Booker, we gotta go, and I was like like he kept taking pictures, and like they were telling him he had to leave, and he still took a picture with us.
Hey,
Booker
man,
T
that's one of the
always,
coolest dudes, man.
always will be, and always be one of my favorites. I love Booker
Yeah.
T.
Yeah.
He's a shit.
Yeah, yeah, it
Part
was
of
cool, man.
part of Heat, him and his brother, and then
Let's pull up this other one.
the goddamn dude, the theme song alone.
Oh, theme song. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Booker T, and God damn it, what was his brother?
Stevie Ray.
Stevie Ray.
Yeah, Booker T was cool, man.
Out
Like
of and they still have the wrestling school.
Oh, shit.
Is it
Yeah.
is it in Alameda?
Reality of wrestling.
Come on, man. Booker T is always going to be a staple of wrestling and H-Town. You know what, Chris? We were talking about earlier that I had pissed old boy off.
Yeah.
Because my mouth was not. Another thing that I had said before that was I said because he was saying something about uh, McMahon and this McMahon and that. I said your problem is that you think McMahon is going to change. That man ain't never going to change. He has been racist. Get yourself. Leave him alone with it. That's fine. I mean, it wasn't blatant, but we could see in his actions. I'm not gonna complain about it, and ain't nothing to go through. But bro, he could have done so much with Mark Henry, a chapter or a story or whatnot. Come on, man. I think he robbed Mark Henry. For real. But
Yeah,
he loved him some Umaga. Loved him some what was his name? That was with Umaga.
you talking about the manager?
No. Umaga's partner.
So you were at the 25 with Bobby Lashley and Umaga?
What's the dude's name now? Champion. What's his name?
Here we go.
The Rock's little nephew. The champion now, or the tribal leader or whatnot.
You talking about
Roman Reigns.
There you go. Him. What about his brother? Remember his brother?
Yeah. Oh, you're talking about 3-minute warning. You're talking about Rocky and
Umaga and
Jamal.
Jamal. Yeah.
Let's see.
He came out. He had another name too when he broke off there. But yeah, that's Roman Reigns' brother.
Yeah.
He loved them boys. He loved them Samoans. That was his thing. He was picky and choosy. And then he liked his little.
I can see that one.
His
That's the one with Irvin. Dude, that shit was so funny. He was like, he could smell. He smelled my drink, and he was like, "Man, I'm about to go get me one of them."
You know, shit. Tell him to. Man, you got them Texans colors on. Looks nice on you.
I would have said, "Man, where's the party? I know you know where the party's at."
No, yeah.
I was trying. I asked him. I was like, "Man, let's go get a drink."
It can be expensive. Nothing but Coke and hose. Coke and hose.
Bro, you know the after party he was at was live.
Oh, in Vegas?
Yes.
Yeah, dude, that was the best one.
Yeah, I mean, because that would be. Why don't they just have it there every year? I mean, I get you want to
Give,
travel
give,
around, but
give,
come on, man.
give me a second. I'm gonna go outside and feed my dog. Give me a second.
Yeah, you good. Because think about it, it's like you were just saying, what are you gonna do in Green Bay after you get done?
Yeah, nothing.
You know, Vegas, you're gonna
Go to
light
the
up the
hotel.
town.
Get a whore. Go to the hotel.
Yeah, I mean that's and those guys that so he that that black guy behind him was one of his security guys. That was kind of shadowing him.
That dude looks straight pissed.
They were all cool though, but I had my gear on and I was like, "What's up?" Like you can see he still has the mic on his head.
Oh yeah. So he was broadcasting then, huh?
No, they were on the stage talking and then they got done and he came down.
See, and then we get the one with Berman. Let me send that one.
And then it's funny. Weezer performed after the.
Weezer.
Yeah, and then did you see that shit recently in the news about Weezer? His one of the guy's wives
His
like
wife?
shot. Yeah,
I saw something about that. I don't know exactly.
yeah, she was like pulled like a gun out on some cops, dude, and then they shot her.
Damn. I don't know why
Yeah,
you would.
yeah, this one, dude. Like, see that guy right there in the back, or that guy next to him? He was like telling us, or he was telling Chris Berman that hey, we got to go. Like, telling him like,
He's like, look, he's looking at his watch, literally.
yeah, no, for real. Like, he was like, hey, we've got to go. And Chris Berman was so cool. He was like, "No, man, it's all good. Come on, yeah, hey." Like, man.
I can see. Look, I can see George R. Brown behind you. So y'all were.
Uh,
It was just. You see the little red at the
yeah,
top. Those little.
yeah. We were walking distance because we stopped there to like hang out and grab a bite to eat, and then walk
Was he
down that
doing a
way.
show, like a live broadcast that day or something? Must have been.
I don't. Yeah, there was something going on at this restaurant because they had all kinds of stuff going on. Like it was like they had uh like video game consoles in the back to where you could sit there and play like Madden.
Oh, that's
Uh,
sick.
they had like all kinds of
Hey,
stuff, man.
see me? Can you see me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh?
See, I'm gonna make sure I'm on here. Yeah, we can see you. Can you hear us?
Yeah. Look at this
Okay,
big dude. Look at that big ass dude right
I'm
there.
there.
Oh man.
Big boy. Hopefully Matt will come out of his shell one day and get on here because one day I told him save this story because he's never told me it. But when it's just being downtown or seeing downtown reminded me of it. When the Astros won, we went to the parade. I got so fucking drunk, I blacked out. I don't remember what happened. And he's like, dude, I just remember puking in a certain part. We're next to the guys broadcasting the radio, and we kept on doing the dilly dilly, right? At the time, that was like the commercial. And I was talking to him, and I was getting on the air. And we were like going because somebody called me out for my jersey. I had the old school Astros gray, and it had like the big star. And the guy on the radio goes, "Hey man, don't talk shit about that jersey. That jersey's tight, dude. Yeah, blah blah blah." So after that, we were like cool with the radio dudes. And after that, we were drinking hopadillos, bro. I don't remember nothing from that day. But I told Matt, I go, one day I want you to tell me the story. Don't tell me now. But I was like, one day. So maybe one day I can get that fool on here and he can tell me and y'all what happened because it was a wild time. That Astros parade
Oh,
was
dilly
sick as
dilly.
hell.
Oh, I
Dilly,
bet.
dilly. It was going down that day, bro. But that's a story that hopefully Matt can get on here and tell because he remembers. I don't even want to know what I did, dude. That was oof. I got the road that day.
Yeah, but that's what I liked about being in Vegas, like, and going to the draft, because I was like talking to everybody, dude. Like anybody that walked by, I was just like, "Yo, what's up? What's up?"
Hell yeah! I mean, you ain't got nobody out there with a leash on you, man. I'll be out there chopping up with everybody.
Yeah, I was talking to everybody, and that's how I just started talking to that dude that walked by because I saw him with that Cowboys hat on.
See, Cowboys
And
fans,
then,
we look out for each other, man. That's what's up.
yeah, all of a sudden he came back and was like, "How many people are with you?" I was
Hey,
like,
there's
"Shit,
this.
it's just
There's a new dude at work, and he's a Cowboys fan. But everybody was the other day. We're all talking about sports or whatever. And everybody's sitting there talking shit to me, clowning, da da da. And he comes up to me by myself, and he's like, "Yeah, man, we need to do this and that." And I was just like, "Oh, okay." I was like, "It's cool. I ain't going. I won't let these other dudes know you're a Cowboys fan." But
Y'all
you
live in
can
hiding.
watch me. You
Y'all
can
live
watch me take the abuse, man. He's all in hiding. He's like
Damn it,
came around
boy.
the corner. He's like, "Yeah, man, I hope we draft this guy." I'm just like, damn, bro. But it's funny because he knows everybody that works there. So I was like, you really keeping it a secret, dude. You know these boys. But hey, man, we'll look out for each other. Stop my screen share.
Love y'all. Bad.
So yeah, I'm finna go to Corpus Christi in the morning. Take a drive out. Go visit my little stepbrother and then visit Alyssa's sister.
What, get on that beach?
Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. Cause see, they had a baby 4 months. They had a little girl 4 months before us. So we're gonna take the little babies to the beach and post up. That's really all we're gonna do. Watch the rest of the drive.
hell yeah."
Watch SmackDown. See if they can't. They can't get it hype. I mean, Monday was pretty good. See, Ted will watch it on Netflix. Ted will watch it every blue moon on Netflix.
Finish
But
up.
you should.
I'll throw it on every once in a while just to like watch. I don't know, but
the latest one was really good. The latest Raw was good, but the Peacock, if you could get on Peacock or find WrestleMania, it's there's a couple of good matches on there, but you haven't really been paying attention to what's been going on. But if you had been, you'd understand why we like fuck The Rock.
Yeah.
But this past one was really good, man. There's a bunch of all I want to say is Stephanie Vaquer. Hey, if she's on, I'm watching.
Okay.
I mean, I mean, to me, it's funny, like The Rock being back on there, and I really don't know what
Well, the
what the
thing is
storyline is.
he's this on some real shit. He's kind of interfering on
What
what they're putting on the screen, and it's like a power struggle behind the scenes that people don't really know much about, but it's causing some problems.
No, hold on. What don't you get? Because why people hate him or
He
Who,
just
me?
hasn't.
yes, sir.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't. No, I don't. I thought it was funny him being back on there and them booing him and stuff, and him like being like a heel. I thought it was.
Are you saying that you don't understand why that's going on?
No, I don't. To me, I was seeing it as him being like a bad guy or being heel again.
Not yeah. The gist of okay. Let me say where I come from. What I understand. What other people they're mad because he hasn't been around. He went off, did his thing, and then he comes back and he expects his status to be right there where he left it. And then Cody and them have been on it for a minute, and then he comes in there and he's like it's like riding a bike, and someone comes and sticks a stick in your shit like, oh, you come on fuck it up. Why? Just because I am who I am, because I'm the Rock. That I don't respect at all. He came in there because name alone. There was a story going on. You've never been here, and all of a sudden, because your shit is shit in Hollywood, you want to come back and say, and kick door like the, or maybe like the goddamn the little Western doors that come swinging back. You go like that. Oh yeah, Rock's back. And we're supposed to. Everybody else be like, oh yeah, okay, and eat shit. That's how
Yeah.
I. You know what I'm saying?
The
That makes
pivotal moment for me that Ted, you can probably understand is okay. The Royal Rumble. Everybody knows Royal Rumble. You win it, you get to go to WrestleMania and fight for the belt, right? It's always been the tradition. Okay,
and
so
not to cut
last
you off,
year,
but let me iterate. It takes years. You're fighting for this for years to get to the status, right?
yeah.
You fight for it, and he walks in. But go ahead.
But so what I think the tipping point why people turned is because last year everybody's been watching Cody Rhodes. He came back. He went to WrestleMania. He lost. He had to climb up this hill to make it to the Royal Rumble. Had to go through Brock Lesnar. Had to get injured, come back. So he wins the Royal Rumble. Okay, so storyline when it's like, okay, we know this is all bullshit, but we know one thing: the winner of the Royal Rumble goes to WrestleMania. Rock comes back the night after, inserts himself, and this is kind of backstage
Hey,
stuff.
calm
But
down.
the thing was, Cody Rhodes was supposed to go out
Boom.
there, and he goes out there
Okay.
and he says, "Hey, look, I can't beat Roman Reigns, so you know who I know someone that can." And The Rock comes out, right? So this was something decided on, but against like everything, the momentum that had been building. It was supposed to be Roman versus Cody part 2. So The Rock and Roman, The Rock comes back and he's like,
He
no,
just
it's going to be
inserted
me
himself.
and Roman.
He just
So,
inserted himself.
and on live TV, they do this thing where Cody shakes his hand, calls The Rock out, and The Rock versus Roman face off. Cody goes off script. Instead of leaving like,
He did.
go get him,
He was
Rock.
pissed, bro. Pissed.
He had a sour look on, and he went off script, and he said, like this is like basically like this is kind of bullshit. So the fans rebelled. They were like, this is bullshit, Cody. It was like Cody mania. Like we want Cody in that spot. This is bullshit. So they totally rewrote it and reversed it and said, okay, this is what we're gonna do. And they made this big deal where they had a tag match night 1, and then Cody got his match on night 2, but he had to kind of go through The Rock. And they made it cool because they made beating Roman this big deal. They had The Rock come out. They had other people come out, and then the Undertaker comes. It was a cool
Not
thing.
cut you off, but that was last minute. That
Yes.
beforehand, Rock said he was going to finish him that night, and then it was going to be him. It ended up it was going to all rock, and they were like, "Bro,
Yeah,
we can only do so much."
yeah, and
So, man, dude's
yeah,
a dick, man. He's a dick.
and
That's
the thing
why
about why he's allowed to do that is because the people that bought the UFC, bought WWE, well, they're like Hollywood agency, right? And so that's The Rock's agent, and then like his childhood friend is like the one of the higher ups in the company, Tony or Nick Khan, and so he got hired onto the board after they sold and all this shit. So he's trying to pull this power move, and Triple H is like, I'm trying to run this shit and do it like this, and The Rock just